If you want to figure out how to go from this to this, then keep on watching. I always wanted to do that, but if you're seeing this, that means something very, very special and exciting. I hit 200,000 followers on TikTok. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend my brain can compute that number in any way, shape, or form. But what I do know is I am so grateful. If you're watching this video and you came from like my Instagram or my TikTok, you are so real. I am so honored that you find value in my content. Aww. And my life has changed so much in such a short amount of time, and I really want to share more of myself and my own personality. I literally went from living totally off financial aid to being able to invest in a better camera so I can make better videos. Without further ado, I'm doing a very highly requested video. I'm gonna do like a pretty everyday glam. I say everyday, but my everyday is obviously a lot bolder than most people's everyday makeup. We're not clean girls over here. It's just not my vibe. You probably know that by now. Enough yapping. Without further ado, I'm going to start with primer. See, oh my god, it focused. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Liquid Putty Primer, and you're supposed to tap into the skin instead of rub to like really fill the pores. But at the end of the day, pores are pores. They're just tiny little holes that let your skin breathe. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of about them, and everyone has them. The drugstore has stepped up their game so much. You do not need to break the bank at all. I like promise you, you do not need to ever look in the high-end side of Ulta. You don't need to glance in its direction to do literally whatever look you want. So much of high-end makeup, you're just paying for branding and packaging and the aesthetic of it all. You can shop at the dollar store and do a beautiful look. I promise you. I promise you. But I definitely tried to heavily feature the drugstore because it has my heart. So I'm gonna go in with another e.l.f. product. If it'll focus, it's the Camo CC Cream 150 Cool. This is a major camera quality upgrade, which is why I'm able to make an actual YouTube video, because I have a way better mic and I have a way better camera now. Look at it focus for a second. You can see my skin and my imperfections a lot more, I will say, than on my TikTok and in videos I've made in the past. So people comment like, oh my god, like, how do you get your skin so clear? What's your skincare routine? Like, I am lucky if I wash my makeup off before I go to bed. I'm gonna be real with you. Again, never claim to be a clean girl, so all I do is take spironolactone, which my dermatologist prescribed to me. I started breaking out again after I stopped taking it, so I'm back on the grind. That's literally all I do. And I used to have way more problematic skin. I still have acne scarring from it that's like super visible, but I really don't care. Nothing beats this finish for me. You can still definitely see my texture. I mean, I'm gonna be real. My skin has texture and it's okay. You know, this little guy, I'm gonna put a fake mole over because that's my ultimate life hack. You're not gonna be this up close to my face unless you're trying to kiss me. In that case, you should not be complaining. I'm just saying. It'll be more blurred when I set it though. For a CC cream, I mean, to me, CC cream, BB cream, they're all just glorified foundation to me. I'm gonna be real, it's one of my hot takes. I don't know. Stop. You're kidding. I can't believe I just did that. See, this is why I need to lock in. Like, that's crazy. I think it's a crisis averted. So this is what it looks like all blended out. Next is my Juvia's Place concealer. This is in the shade 23, which I think might be the lightest shade. At least it's the lightest shade they had in stock at the time. And I like this. It's very creamy and super full coverage. Juvia's Place is an amazing brand overall. They're doing the damn thing, actually giving us makeup, like fun, colorful makeup. I get to do this for the first time on a YouTube video, so my signature heart, oh my god, you know, it had to make an appearance or I've been possessed Like, if I make a makeup video, I don't do a heart on the forehead, consider it a cry for help, because I do this for a reason, guys. Time to blend. I'm assuming I sped that part up because it is time consuming, I'm not gonna lie. So much of doing makeup is just repetitive movement and going back and forth. So that is a part of my videos you don't see until now. I get so many questions on this contour, and it's because no brands, it seems, make contours that are cool enough, especially for people with fair skin. And I've never understood that, because I feel like contour, obviously the purpose is to mimic a shadow. So just from like an artist's perspective, why would you not have gray tones? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour in Fair Light. I've tried other cool tone contours, and even those can pull very orange on me. So this is the only one that doesn't pull orange at all on me, like only liquid contour. I've been able to get lucky with powder contour, and I'll show you the powder contour I use, obviously, once we get to that step. But the liquid contour is difficult to find. To blend my contour is I like to kind of snatch it, like make it look like I can't breathe, drag it down the hollows, and you can see how that makes my face look a lot more, like, I don't know how else to describe it. People say, you know, like, don't blend your contour downward, and I am gonna call BS, because I think it creates a really convincing type of shadow. Still like a very lifted effect, and you'll see in a minute, like, I apply my blush up and blend it super high into my eyes. So I still like to emphasize my cheekbones a lot, just not as much when I'm contouring. Next, I'm going in with another Juvia's Place product. This is one of their new liquid blushes, and it's in Rose Gold Glow. And it's a luminous version of their liquid blushes, which I absolutely love. These are super pigmented, so you don't even need to put that much, but I just like really dramatic blush. And I wear so much makeup, like, the blush will kind of get lost by the end if I don't put a lot. Focus it up by this part of my eye. Okay, I feel like it lifts the face a lot more. That's really pretty. It's really pretty. I mean, you can see it. Like, I don't need to like ooh and ah and act gagged. Like, you can see. But I'm gonna put some more on the sides, because over blushing is a fake concept created by an oppressive big clean girl government. Definitely I like to connect it to my eyeshadow most of the time. Some looks I'm not quite as heavy-handed on the blush, because they're more gothic and like vampiric, and you're supposed to look like you have no blood in you. But for this look, I think we can go heavy on the blush, because I love blush. What can I say? This has been sitting on my face, marinating for a hot minute. It is definitely time to set it and forget it, but not forget it, because I'm unforgettable. In honor of every pink under eye UK baddie, I don't know if you're aware, but like, I love a pink under eye. When I'm doing blush that's so heavy and pink, it blends together so seamlessly. And this is in Ultra Pink, the one size setting powder, loose powder. Get up closer so you can truly see how blurring this powder is. This is one of the products that is a little bit on the pricier side. However, it's the best powder I've ever used, and I've used so many powders. So I'm gonna get up closer, and are you kidding? Like every powder, yes, it does have blurring properties. To set any liquid with a powder, it's gonna make your pores look smaller. But if you look at the texture of this under eye, my pores here compared to here, you can absolutely see a difference. And I love the baby pink shade because it makes it so much more airbrushed. You see more of a stark contrast between the pink and the bright under eye. Here, it kind of is able to blur it in a way that looks so airbrushed. I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the translucent one size powder. It's so humid in my apartment. I have a little shoebox apartment and I'm eternally grateful for it. Don't get me wrong, because I get to live by myself, but like that's my kitchen, that's where I sleep. So it's all the same room. I just do a line across my eyes. And I try to keep it as thin as I can. Eyeliner is clearly a little dried out. Defined with this eyeliner marker I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm not joking. It's an LA Girl eyeliner marker. Because my eyes are hooded and this is like a liquid pen, I need to let it dry before I open my eyes fully, because otherwise it's going to transfer right onto my lid. Part of the reason I make my brows so thin is so I have more creative control for my makeup, because my eyes are hooded, so I don't focus most of my eyeshadow in this area. I focus it up by the brow bone. So my brow, if I didn't shave it, would go down way lower and I'd have like no space to do creative makeup. So it's a big part of why I do thin brows. And this is the part that is unconventional about how I apply my lashes. I put lash glue directly on the eyelid. So you'll see. Take a glue that has a wand like this. This one is a Kiss lash glue, and the wand, just put it right over top where you put that liner. Right over top, just like this. And I feel like when you do it this way, it gets tacky a lot faster, so you don't need to wait quite as long for it to dry. But still, like, give it a minute to dry, and then you can apply your falsies directly on top. But I think the glue is dry. I'm gonna plop my lashes on. These I got from TikTok shop, and if you're interested, they're in my showcase on my TikTok. I honestly don't even remember the name right now, but you see, if you use lashes a lot, you're gonna get eyeshadow left over stuck on the band. So the way my method is unique, watch and learn, pinch it right over top. So that big thick line you drew, you're not even gonna really see. You look down, you don't see any band, and it also makes the lashes look bigger. To look super long. Same on this side. And I'll show you one more time so you see the line. You're not gonna see it anymore when I pinch it, so you'll see. Literally just pinch it like that, and I love the way that always looks. The lashes look longer because you're pushing them up, so part of them is glued on your eye and it makes them look a lot more dramatic. Even if you want, you can make this part more downward and keep this part upward. Definitely the fastest and most foolproof method that I found yet to apply my lashes. This is the NYX Glow Shots liquid eyeshadow in the shade Coconut. And I love to use this for a super bright inner corner. So I not only put this on my inner corner, but I like to bring it here around where the iris of my eye begins, like right at the beginning of my pupil. And I feel like that brightens the eye so much. Also, the way to get a blinding under eye is layering. I love the wand on this because you can put it right. You can put it right under your brow, just like that. And then I tap with my pinky. the liquid eyeshadow is on, I put a powder highlight on top. I have so many sparkly eyeshadows at this point. I don't always use the same one on my inner corner. I'm gonna put the House Labs Bio Radiant highlighter in the shade Moonstone, which is just like a similar stark white silverish shade. And I use my fingers for most highlight because I feel like the warmth of your fingers just makes it look more pigmented. Like, y'all, you don't even need makeup brushes. We have God-given tools. I'm gonna go in with this Lash Princess if it'll focus. Lash Princess Waterproof Mascara from Essence. And I actually bent this wand on accident, but it works so well. So, I'm not complaining. I like a super, super clumpy bottom lash because it makes me feel like a doll. So, I absolutely pack on the bottom mascara. You will not catch me without my bottom mascara. See the difference in that? This side looks so much more put together and my eye looks bigger. So that's the goal. With the bottom mascara is on, I'm gonna do fake bottom lashes using this same Dollar Tree eye marker. It's from LA Colors, and I'm just doing little fake bottom lashes because I feel like it also makes it look more balanced because this is the thickest area of my lash up top, so I want the bottom to mirror it and be of like a similar kind of density. The only way I can mimic that is gluing fake lashes on or drawing them, and I love drawing them, so it's just easier, and I feel like it can make you look like a doll or like a cartoon character, so I love it. I'm also gonna do just like a tiny wing. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm gonna have self-control, but I am gonna do a wing. Do just a little definition, so I don't want to do anything like too long, but I definitely want to define it with this marker. And I feel like that already makes such a huge difference. A little pointier, and then we'll call that a day. Making the inner corner liner even can definitely be stressful, but okay, I'm definitely making it work, like we're doing it. Now that we're done with the lashes and liner, it's time to reinforce the other liquid products with powder. So starting with contour, I'm using the Art Class by Robin shading palette. And a reason I like this is it's another contour that's actually cool toned. It beats me why we can't find enough cool toned contours, but this is definitely good for actually shading your face and creating a shadow. Rather than adding warmth to the face, it provides dimension in a similar direction as I blended the liquid contour. Next, I'm doing it right under my jaw. And this can be a little bit sloppier because, like, obviously you don't want it to leave a harsh line, but at the same time, this area down here is a lot less visible than, let's say, like your cheek, because it's already like surrounded by shadow because it's covered by your face. Putting the same contour on the sides of my forehead just to make it all cohesive and make my forehead look a little smaller. My nose contour, which is another step I get so many questions about, and you start by doing the standard line under the very tip. So you see the top of my nostrils, I'm connecting them together. So what makes my nose contour look extra snatched is a technique I got from drag makeup. I get so many of my techniques from drag makeup. I get so much inspiration from drag queens. So I'm gonna start right in the very almost center of my nose. And then I'm gonna slowly go outwards until I reach about this point in my brow. Once again, you're focusing the majority of the intensity here, and you're gradually blending it up. So the further up you get, the lighter the nose contour will be. And this is what completely transforms the shape of my nose every time I contour. Now you're gonna connect your other line right there in the center and branch out on the other side. It creates this really skinny upside down isosceles triangle, and that's exactly what you want, because that is what will make your nose look super, super pinched. So just blending that. It's okay if it looks a little harsh, because honestly, that's kind of the vibe. Like, this is Baddie makeup, so the harsh nose contour I think is cute, but you can make it as harsh or as light as you want. I'm gonna blend this out more, obviously, than I have it blended now, but I really wanted to posit the color in those specific areas. I want it to be the deepest, and then I'm gonna gradually blend it out. Same contour brush from earlier, pinch it so it's kind of more narrow in order to get right on that side and blend it. Just blending. And then I'm gonna redefine it a little more even on the sides. Now it's time to bake the sides. I'm gonna use the same one size translucent powder I used to set the rest of my face earlier. I don't use like a powder puff or anything. I literally take my finger, because this is the way I feel like I can pick up the most actual powder for baking. Otherwise, my skin absorbs powder pretty quickly, so I need to put on like a lot if I'm trying to bake and actually wipe away any excess. That same sort of shape, you see it gets gradually thinner the closer you get to that button shape. While the baking powder is still on, define it even more. The powder blush I'm gonna use is in the shade Attention Seeker, and it's this really pretty cool tone pink. I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna layer it on top with this shimmer. This is from One Size Beauty, and I'm putting it in the same area I put the liquid blush highlighter thing from before. So I still am focusing it mostly up the very, very top of my cheekbones into my temples. And this is just because I feel like it lifts your face quite a bit to focus your blush in this area. Definitely lifts the face, so that's why I do it. I'm getting quite heavy-handed with it because over blushing, blush blindness, whatever you want to call it, is just clean girl propaganda, and I refuse to fall for it. I'm gonna put on as much blush as I want and be whimsical and fun, because that is my nature. And you see that iridescent shimmer on top? That is so stunning. Like, shimmer is my favorite of all of the aspects of the trio. Like, the shimmer solos, it's really pretty. I like to put blush on the very tip of my nose, and I'm using that more luminous shade, and you see that highlight it creates is super pretty. So I like to put it right here. It almost creates a pinkish highlight without me even having to put on any extra highlighter. But trust, we're putting on extra highlighter because you know whose tutorial you clicked on. We're putting on more makeup. This is not the end. This is not the end. I'm gonna use this House Labs Moonstone Bio Radiant highlighter because it's a pretty light shade that won't leave any kind of dark cast when I look forward. I'm pretty pale, so I need a super light highlighter, and this does it for me. I never got over 2016 like blinding highlight, so that's still what I do. I don't care. And once again, I use my finger. I feel like finger for shimmer is the most pigmented method of all. I do kind of 2 little dots on the far side of my nose, and then I connect them. And then you can just blend it out with your pinky. Same with the highlight up here. Once again, I use my fingers. Think of it like a coloring book. You're filling in the lines, the blanks. I'm gonna redefine the tip just a little more because I feel like maybe I got a little over ambitious on that highlighter on the tip of the nose, but I fixed it, I think. We're so close to the end. I'm gonna do lips. I'm gonna do a classic like Baddie nude lip. Starting with this Morphe lip liner, and this is in the shade Compatible. It's a deep plum lip liner, and I'm gonna use it to create a dark edge for the nude I'm gonna apply in the center. Like a Bratz lip effect because it's gonna have the dark liner on the outside, and the lightness in the center makes it look very, very plump. That the darker liner is on the outer perimeter, I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet in the shade Pure Hollywood. I got this today and I'm excited to try it, so. I'm gagged. I already knew I liked the formula because I had another shade of this. Wow. I'm going to redefine the edges with the darker liner. I'm obsessed with the lip combo. The lip combo is so pretty. So close to the end now. I'm almost sad, but we're gonna brush off this bake, and after using setting spray, we're done. The Baddie makeup is on. We did the damn thing. It's bake. It's sat for probably more than long enough. And here is the final Baddie makeup. I feel so beautiful, and I don't have an everyday makeup routine, but if you like forced me to come up with one at gunpoint, it might look something like this. What's left to do is set, and I use the One Size setting spray. This, I will say, like smells like straight hairspray, so beware. I try not to breathe after I apply this, but it works. Yeah, it smells really bad, I will say, but it works. Literally like inhaling hairspray. I feel kind of high from that. I had so much fun making this video, and I'm so excited to make more YouTube videos. Please, 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 if you have any suggestions whatsoever, let me know. And I want to try to challenge myself to post like once a week. So stay tuned. I'm going to figure out, I still have to decide what day of the week it's going to be, but I will let you know. I'm on my summer break from college, so I have way more time to film, and this is super fun. So thank you if you've watched this far, and bye.